right, well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's a beautiful morning over here at the Walt Disney World Resort, and we are on our way over to the Magic Kingdom. Now, I was going to start a little bit late. It's chilly for Florida, so I was kind of late getting moving. But I figured, you know what? Why don't I show you guys this beautiful, beautiful view that I love to have every time I'm over here. Going to the Magic Kingdom, I pretty much skip the monorail, which, let's see, you can see it over there going into the Contemporary. I like to take the ferry boat for a couple of reasons. One, it is very rare that the ferry boat is not working. And two, it's just a different vibe. Don't get me wrong, I love the monorail. I do. But the ferry boat is a totally different mood on the way to the Magic Kingdom. So I always tell people, if you have the choice getting to the Magic Kingdom, take the ferry boat. Take the ferry boat for real. It is a chilly 55 degrees in here in Orlando. I say chilly because to Floridians it is way too cold. For people from the Northeast, it's like this is beautiful spring weather. But for those of us who are still getting adjusted, our blood hasn't been here. We can't decide if we're supposed to wear gloves, a hat, heavy pants. We're kind of in the middle right now. And here we are. You can see the castle over that way. Hey, Mexican Iron Man. I see you, Mikey. You've been a member for 29 months. My goodness, dude. You're one of those old head members of my channel, and I so appreciate you, me and more. Says, please keep sailing on that boat to visit me at Hilton Head Island. Am I making you chicken and waffles for breakfast? Hurry up. Make me chicken and waffles, shrimp and grits, and a mimosa, my dear. Oh, so good to see you. So good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. We're getting ready to dock here at the Magic Kingdom. You can see the castle up that way. And we're going to be getting off at the top deck of the ferry boat. You can actually disembark from the top and from the bottom, usually both. But this morning it's busy, so they're going to let us disembark here. Sorry, honey. Over that way, that's the bus depot. So if you're taking the bus from any of the other resorts or the other parks that offer bus service to the Magic Kingdom, that is where you're going to get off. Over there is the Contemporary. You can actually walk to the Contemporary, to the Magic Kingdom. If you ever want a quick getaway and you don't want to deal with the monorail, just walk over that way. And I will catch up with the chat as soon as I disembark and play that game with the entry turnstiles at the Magic Kingdom, see if the scanner is working properly or not. So it's a very crowded boat. 17 of you guys in here so far joining me. Thank you so very much. We're going to make our way on over to Frontierland today. Going to go check out Tom Sawyer Island. Definitely going to check out the Country Bears Jamboree. I mean, it will copyright claim me the first time around. Also, a reminder, when you're getting off the boat, please do watch your step. Please do keep your party together. That is important. Keep your party together.
Watch your step, please.
form a human chain, have one of those leash backpacks on your 2-year-old. Trust me, the last thing you want to be worried about is where the heck are the people in your party, because you will have stragglers. And if you were like me as a kid, as I was the oldest, my job was to make sure my younger siblings weren't like left behind, because, you know, they're not paying attention. Oh, the sun feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so good. I see you guys coming on in here. Please hit that like button. Share out the stream. Get yourself your breakfast, or your hot coffee or tea. For those of you who have to go to work this morning, have a wonderful day at work. I hope it goes quickly. And I'm so glad you have me on to keep you company. Look at that lovely view of the Grand Floridian. That's what I call my grandma's hotel. For a couple of reasons. One, the old architecture style. It's like going to grandma's house. It's like, it's like the decorations are like kind of scary, but the food is really good, so you don't really mind that. I see you guys dropping temperatures in the chat. 27, 10, 5. Scary thing is, I remember those temperatures. I remember those temperatures. When I moved to Florida, I got rid of like 95% of all of my winter wear. I kept my big Michael Kors coat because there's no way I was going to get rid of that thing. Heck no. No. I spent too much money on it. But I have a couple of hats. Okay, so we're going to go here through the pass holder entrance. It's one of the benefits of being an annual pass holder. When they have it open, you have your own check-in line. This is actually a blessing in disguise. I can show you guys how I get over here. Here we are at pass holder entrance. Goofar 35, how you doing? How you doing? I see you there. Hello. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you. There is the Walt Disney World Railroad. The Walter Elias Disney train is running. The Roy Disney train, I believe, is going in for refurbishment. So, one of the things on my video to-do list is a video of all the cool things that are in there. In the train depot, which I had never noticed before. Come on, Gimbal. Gimbals are being nice to me today. Hey, Goofar 35, good to see you. Jean Francis, hello. Says bummer. This starts after I go into work. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. So if you're watching this on the replay, Jean, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it, my dear. Larry G says it's 46 degrees here. Stroll and chill is right. Oh, yes, very chilly. I missed my Joffrey's coffee stop at the Transportation and Ticket Center. I'm kind of regretting that now. Yes, it is chilly. But don't worry. By noon, it's going to be nice and balmy. That's Florida winter for you. The heat kicks on at night, and then you need the AC on by noon. Hey, Keely Chow says, hey, everyone, and good morning. Hello, and good morning. Good morning to you. We're making our way down Main Street, USA. I love taking my time going down Main Street, USA. It's the first thing you see at the parks. Full of nostalgia. Even the expensive balloons up there. Because when I was a kid at Walt Disney World, I would always get a balloon. That was the thing. You see these huge, huge balloon bouquets, and it's just like, wow. Just larger than life. My parents didn't have a lot of money when we would visit Walt Disney World, but when I was a kid, I always got a balloon. If there's anything I got the balloon. Hey, Jerry Mendoza. Good seeing you, my dear. Good seeing you. Okay, I'm not going to go in Uptown Jewelers right now. Not going to go. It's calling me. Hey, Lance, how you doing? Good seeing you here on a script deadline. I hear ya. And thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm about, I think, 180 away from 4K. Crazy. I think I'm about that right now. You guys are going to help me get there soon. I know it. That's a line for Starbucks, y'all. That's a time suck. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go to Joffrey's. Let's see. And here we go. I love triple digit temps too. I know I'm weird. Hey, Keely, good to see you, my dear. Just hello, Lorena. Good to see you. And let's see what else we got in here. I should have you guys in here. Love it. By the way, what do the security guards do anyway? Well, the ones at the initial security check-in, they have the auto scanners. Make sure you're not carrying any weapons or stuff like that. So that's what they do. Although I will say, compared to universal security procedure is much more efficient, but that's it. Hey, Chef Nation. It says, good morning, beautiful people. Well, good morning, my dear, to you and to little Chef. I forget the name of the stage show, but it's kind of cute. But frankly, we got places to go. It's a cute show. Catch it if you get a chance. Hello, Melissa Bell. Just good morning. A good morning to you too, my dear. Glad you're here. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. While the stage show's going on, we're heading on over here to Frontierland. heading to Frontierland, cutting through Liberty Square. So if you happen to have missed the Joffrey's coffee spot, I'm going to show you my favorite place in Liberty Square to grab something for breakfast. They also have those really disrespectful funnel cakes. And that will be Sleepy Hollow Refreshments up here to the right. It's great in the morning, but it's even more magical in the evening. And why is that? Well, that is because when you get your food over here, oh my gosh, the smell is going up my nose. Chicken and waffles, oh my gosh. Okay, so while you get your stuff here, you have a beautiful view of the castle, and at night it looks absolutely amazing. Dawn Howe, thank you so much for gifting those 10 Reina Creole memberships. I appreciate that so much, my dear. Thank you for being so generous. If you've opted into memberships, and why have you not? When I have generous members like Dawn Howe giving out memberships, guess what? You have a chance to get one of those memberships. There's so many benefits to memberships. When you're a member, as some of you have found out recently, if I have a watch party video, you guys will actually get to see that first, and then it gets released to the general public later. Oh, wait, I see the Wicked Stepsisters. You guys want to see the Wicked Stepsisters? Let's go see them. They're a hoot. I love them to death. We'll go take a look. I see them. They are so goofy. Goofy like my gimbal right now. We'll go see them before we go to Disneyland. I'm sorry, before we go to Frontierland. They're like dancing to the music. It's freaking hilarious. They are the freaking best. Listen to them sing, that's like the best. I guess they were supposed to be in the show, but something happened. And there's Peter Pan. And there they go. I love these things. If you see the stepsisters in the park, yeah.
Do you see all that? Yeah. You want to wave at the people?
They're going to go wave at the people. They're fun. They're so much fun. I love them. I love them. Well, let's roll on over to Frontierland while the two stepsisters harass each other on the way out. Yes, folks, this is another reason why you try to get to the parks early. You get to see cool stuff like this. We got to see the evil, I call them the evil stepsisters. Because, yeah, they are. to change their demeanor because it used to be. It used to be that when kids would hug them, they were like, ah! Okay, I'm going to stop here for a minute. I need to readjust the gimbal for a little bit, so give me like 20 seconds. But you guys can still hear me, so that's what's important. That's what's important. All right. Oh, come on. I love it when my gimbal acts like it hasn't had coffee this morning. It's like, come on. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You were perfectly fine. Okay, cool. All right. I think the gimbal's going to cooperate now. Where's Lady Tremaine? Lady Tremaine is probably sleeping in. You know that chick needs as much beauty sleep as she can get. We all know that she does. So it's probably why. I was wondering what that noise was. Yeah. One of the other reasons why I tell people to get to the parks early is you get to see some of this stuff. You know, you get to see Peter Pan on his way to his meet and greets, and sometimes he'll stop to share his discoveries with you. All those cool things you can't see when the park is crazy, crazy busy. Let's see. So do I, but I'm away. Hello, Richard Scott. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry if I missed anybody with you guys coming in. This is so empty compared to the last time we went. We accidentally went during spring break in the 2000s. Yeah, crowd-wise, I'm used to it being much more crowded than this. The most crowded part was the parking lot. I'm used to kind of like seas of people. And this is on a Saturday. Historically, a Sunday is the slowest time for the Magic Kingdom. Monday is the highest day for the Magic Kingdom. You avoid the Magic Kingdom on a Monday. I'm going to tell you. Let's see, we've got Blakia in the chat. Hello, 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 my dear. Good to see you and welcome. And the Country Bears are out for photo ops. They got them out here. Watch out. They will try to steal your food too. They've been noted. They will try to steal your food. So be careful. Ram Bam 3000. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. This is Good Morning, Reina Creole. Well, good morning. Good morning to you. Glad you're here. Let's see. Country Bears Jamboree. That's been opening at like 11 lately. And again, I think it's due to a staffing issue. I cannot recall any time in all my years of visiting Walt Disney World that the Country Bear Jamboree was not open when the park opened. Same deal when it comes to like Pirates of the Caribbean. How many times have we come through here and that wasn't open? At park open of all times. But anyway, I'm starting to sound like Nelson Peltz, aren't I? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. And speaking of Nelson Peltz, don't miss my new Wednesday pop culture show, The Spice Lounge. We are going to be talking about that proxy fight going on between Nelson Peltz and Bob Iger. We're going to be talking about that. That's on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're also going to be talking about what is coming. Okay, I hear something coming. I don't know what it is, but we're going to see it. Oh, okay. The Festival of Adventure with Friends. Okay. Hey, Brogu says hello, everyone. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Hello, beautiful Lorena. Well, good to see you, Brogu. Hope you're doing well. We talk about great timing. We get to see the Adventure Friends Cavalcade. So you're going to see some characters you don't normally see during the day. So everybody enjoy. I don't have my tiki ears on. When I have my tiki ears on, I get lots of love from Moana. And Jose, one of the tiki birds. Make sure everybody can see. Let's meet everybody. So we got Miguel, we've got Woody, we've got Jesse. We've got Mrs. Incredible, we've got Mr. Incredible. And let's see. We got more princesses. We got Raya. We've got Zootopia. Zootopia. Judy Hopps. This is actually a really cool little cavalcade. We got my boy Timon in the house. We've got a little cute trash panda. I love and some more. Pocahontas has her nice heavy shirt on. You know? Jose and Panchito. Ah! And we got Max. We got Max. Got Mary Poppins. If my sister's watching this, she's freaking out about Mary Poppins. Hi. All right, guys. That was the Adventure Cavalcade. And it looks like we are in a very, very good spot. Before we go over to Tom Sawyer Island, this is Tiana's salt mine boat ride adventure, as you can see going on up here. I'm looking at the foliage, but what I'm also looking at is there are these little bottles up there, I guess from Mama Odie's Voodoo Den or whatever. But what I want you to take particular note of, all of that floweriness that they've got going on does not look like the bayou. What that looks like okay, I'm going to find out what that reopen tomorrow thing is about, but we'll find out. But anyway, it looks a lot like the Tafiti statue. I'm going to get a little bit closer for you guys. It looks a lot like the statue of Tafiti with all the flowers on it. Than it does the bayou. I mean, look over there, like to the left a little bit. So that's kind of like the remainder that they have left from Splash Mountain. And I can see that they've put up some more fake tree stuff with fake Spanish moss and everything, but that is not the bayou. Those flowers are not from the bayou. If anything, they should have magnolia flowers up there, and they're not. So it makes me wonder, was it cheaper for them to just use the same flower styles that they used on the Tafiti statue and just bring it over here? Because that's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a jungle, at least to me. Yeah, Taylor, it does not look like the bayou. Not at all. But it's interesting. Also on Wednesday's show, we're going to go through a video that one of the Imagineers did when they took a trip to New Orleans. And I think that's going to explain a lot why this looks like it does. Hey, CJ, how you doing? This is Hail TD. Hope you're good. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. My thumbnail guy, and I can actually get some good pictures out here. It's a cloudless day, perfect for getting pictures. And Blakey said all they had to do was have Tiana tell the story at the start of the ride as told to her by her grandmother. Cheaper, and it not annoy anyone, and it uncouple it from Song of the South. You're right, Blakey, and what that would actually require is research and understanding that people go to these attractions to revisit the films and the TV shows that they're familiar with, that it's based on. Imagineering is not what it used to be, I can tell you. Hey, Brian. Says, hey, Reina, question. I haven't seen the Dark Council in months. Where has it been? Well, it's been on Fatal J's channel. So if you go over to Fatal J's channel, you can see the replays of the Dark Council shows. I'll actually have a couple of the Dark Council guys on a Quiplash Jackbox night in about a week or so as well. Yep, no Tiana vibes. Not gonna lie, it looks kind of like it belongs in a Lord of the Rings. You're definitely not wrong there, CJ, at all. Keck44 says, what? Disney goes for the cheapest option. Yeah, it is uncanny. On my show on Wednesday, I'm gonna take pictures and I'm gonna put them side by side, the Tafiti statue and this. And I'm surprised some people have not put those two together. Maybe I'm too much of a Disney nerd to notice that. But I noticed those things. But it's so sus. It's so sus. Did the Imagineers just hit up the bars and called it a day on their trip? I don't even think they hit up the bars. At least not the real, like the dive bars in New Orleans. I don't think they did that. And judging from what I saw with one of the videos, they didn't even do a proper bayou ride either. But I will talk more about that on Wednesday. Gonna have Vash Sky with me. Gonna have Lou Wasserman's Ghost, some of the that Park Place guys on the channel to talk about this exactly. And yes, the bayou does not have mountain hills. No, not at all. You might need to be a member to see the replays. I couldn't see them myself. The replays on Fatal's channel? Okay, I'll have to look at that. Hey, HC says the bestest ever. And it does look like a hobbit hole, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Well, your girl is going to be doing construction update videos. As a matter of fact, I'm taking some more B-roll today. I went last week and got some video at night. It was kind of creepy, but you didn't get the right vibes from it. So I'm out here today. So be on the lookout for those videos. I'm going to be doing updates on the regular for the construction. I would not expect this to open until maybe sometime in the summer, late summer. Word on the street is they are behind. Let's see. Brian McCann says a bayou ride should be a slow river-like ride, cruising slowly. Yeah, like a lazy river ride, right? That'd be perfect. And HC says, thank you for filming for all of us that can't be there. Oh, well, you're very welcome, my dear. That's why I do this stuff, what I do. When I was living in Philly and it was cold, I would watch live streams of people going through the parks. And it would make me feel like I was there, even though I wasn't like really there. So let's see what's happening, what we got going on down here. So we go to Tom Sawyer Island. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. 30.
Big Thunder is closed for refurbishment today.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So Big Thunder is closed for refurbishment today. I don't know if that's scheduled. I do not believe that it is. Okay, but the train station is open. Is that refurbishment just for today? Is that ongoing?
We've been down all week.
All week. Okay, thank you so much.
Tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow? Okay. Thank you. So there is you know what, I'm actually gonna put you guys, I'm gonna let you guys look at me. Let's see. Okay, let's put the front. Okay, there we go. On me. Okay, so I must be behind a little bit because when I was here on Thursday, last Thursday, I believe, was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. Big Thunder Mountain was running. Now, Big Thunder Mountain is down for refurbishment, whatever the freak that means. I wasn't aware of it. Maybe it's something I missed. I don't know. But to have it closed on a Saturday, I don't know. So some of my other fellow Diz nerds, if you get a chance, check into one, if that refurbishment was scheduled. I would love to find that out myself. But that's a little strange. Quite strange. Let's see. Hey, Ram Bam 3000, thank you so much. Says, talking of Jesse, look up shorts of sassy Tallahassee at the cowboy shooting range. Wait, there's a cowboy shooting range? Oh, I have to check that out. I have to check that out. But thank you, Ram Bam 3000, for that £5 of proper King's money. I appreciate that so very much. Thank you for the support. Tell you, you guys are absolutely amazing. All right, let me flip the camera because I got to go hop on this sloop back here. It cracks me up because I went to Tom Sawyer Island at Disneyland, but I did not go to the one here at Walt Disney World. So yeah, it's kind of weird. So here's where you embark, and it's like let's see, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Mama Saurus Rex. That's the best view we can have. You. Oh well, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. Oh, Jerry, we'll get to that. We'll get to that today. Hopefully, I can show you guys that. That could be possible, Dawn. That could be. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad closed January. Okay, okay, so it was scheduled. Okay, thank you for checking that out for me. And Johnny Ohm, so good to see you, my dear. Thank you for being here. Says, good morning, Lorena. Your hair is looking golden today. Well, thank you so very much, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have ever had the wonderful fortune of reading any of, like, say, Mark Twain's books, Ventures of Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer, this is pretty much a replica of that book. It says Life on the Mississippi River. When all, we'll say at a time when all of the commerce revolved around the Mississippi River, from logs being shipped down the Mississippi from up near the Great Lakes to the Midwest. All the way towards the port of New Orleans. So we're going to bump around a little bit. Oh, I remember Six Gun Territory. When I was a kid, there used to be one. I heard there used to be one in Philly area, but they tore it down, built a mall on it. Thank you, Ram Bam 3000, for another £2 sterling of the King's money. Says it's on YouTube. Girl is fast with her guns. Ah, that may have to get featured on the Welcome to Florida show. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for the support. I sure do appreciate that, my dear. HC says, love Tom Sawyer Island. Yeah, it's funny that I had to go to the one in Disneyland first, because when you come over here to the Magic Kingdom, when you're here, This is one of those things where you don't really, you see it, but it's not something that you're thinking about doing, you know. Alligators and snakes in the area. Stay away from the water. Do not feed the wildlife. Also, Tom Sawyer Island was where they found that bear. You guys remember? They found a bear here. So they had to, I think they had a delayed opening of the Magic Kingdom because of the darn bear that they found. Yeah. Yeah. We got bears here in Florida. We do. We do. Yeah. I love Tom Sawyer Island too. It's, like I said, the one I saw in Disneyland, I loved. And if you're a fan of American literature, this is such a great reproduction what they've got going on here. So let's see. Once you get off of the raft that brings you over, there's bathrooms here, girls, boys. But it looks like the recreation, turn of the century. You got the washboard up there. My favorite, the cast iron skillet. Even the Farmer's Almanac temperature gauge. The Farmer's Almanac was a huge thing back in the day. Farmer's Almanac would give you predictions for crop conditions, and but don't believe me. Here's what it says here: Farmer's Almanac, founded 1818, containing bits of logic, formulas for good cookery, weather prognostication, humor, poetry, and odds and ends designed for your enjoyment and edification. So if you ever want a good peek at Americana of past, look up a copy of the Farmer's Almanac. This is before social media, before television, even before radio. Folks were looking forward to getting that Farmer's Almanac. Hey, that service dog show says I didn't go to that one on my last trip. I mainly let my autistic son decide what he wanted to do. He wasn't big on Magic Kingdom. And that's and it's interesting that you mentioned that because I've been to Disney with a couple of nieces and nephews who've been on the spectrum. You really have to go with what they're comfortable with doing. It makes for a much more enjoyable trip for everyone. Welcome. If you like dark caves, mystery mines, bottomless pits, and shaky waters, then Disneyland is for you. Don't worry, Huck Finn and myself was plenty scared too. Huck was more scared than me. Tom was not Huck. It took me a while to translate that sign. You also have to remember that in this period of time, not going to school was not mandatory for children. Okay, it wasn't. So some of them did not have the best spelling. Johnny Bravo, best toxic male ever. I love Johnny Bravo. Mark Twain used to be required reading in elementary school. Not just elementary school, but even like junior high and high school too. For American literature. I mean, that was some classic literature. Some people have problems with the language, but it's like, look, that's what it was back then. Seriously, get over it. Learn from it. Matter of fact, go watch Dave Chappelle's most recent special on Netflix. There's a little nugget in there from Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Kind of funny. Let's see. So we have an Explorer map. So here you can have a map. I don't really follow the map because, you know, I just pretty much just like to explore on my own. But as you can see here, what you see from, like I say, from Frontierland, that's Cove. Let's see, poor old Jim Shack. Well, I guess they didn't call him his full name, so I guess we just call him Jim. So that's poor old Jim Shack. Barrel Bridge, Injun Joe's Cave, Huck's Landing, Tom's Landing. That was pretty cool. Yes, thank you. 38 watching. Please don't forget to give us a like. Help feed the beast that is YouTube. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So glad that 40 of you are in here. Let's see. Mark Twain was born Samuel Clemens in 1835 in Florida, Missouri. He grew up not too far away in the small town of Hannibal. From there, he would raft over to islands in the Mississippi and watch as majestic steamboats paddled by. As a young man, he became a riverboat pilot, listening for the leadsmen to sing out Mark Twain, which indicated the river measured 2 fathoms deep, making it safe to proceed. As a writer, his two most famous creations, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, sprang up from his boyish memories of life on the Mississippi. All of the names on the island can be found in the literary classic Huckleberry Finn. Yes, I read Huckleberry Finn. I read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I read all those repeatedly. Not only that, but if you've ever read the short stories of Mark Twain, the most hilarious one is The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. South Park actually parodied that. It was called The Mexican Staring Frog instead. Keep the bear, pet it, feed it. Looks like a nice ride for my service dog when she needs a break. She could ride that raft. Yes. Yes, Jerry Mendoza, that was a raft. It was motorized, but that's what it was. I don't remember the motor at Disneyland. At Disneyland, it wasn't really motorized. Okay, guys, give me like 1 second. My gimbal's not acting too well, so I'm going to pop this off the gimbal and actually do this by hand. All right, let's see if we'll. I'm going to give it one more chance to cooperate. One more chance. Okay. Okay, I think it fixed itself. Better fix itself. Okay, anyway, little crooked bridge. Let's see. We're going to go this way. We're going to go over this way. Children were more excuse me, let me try this again. The Reina Creole, children were more valuable working on the farm, etc., than at school. And you're 100% correct. My grandfather, he only went to school until the fifth grade. And then he had to stop going to school to help his parents on their farm. So, one of the things that he did after he got out of the army was he used his GI Bill like a lot of soldiers did, especially a lot of black soldiers. Used his GI Bill to get his GED. So yeah, that happened a lot. Girls weren't really invested in, well, let's put it this way. Their education was finishing school. Like you actually went to a school that taught you how to keep house and do all that type of stuff. If you weren't taught at home, which usually you were taught that at home. He made it to San Francisco, where I was until I moved to Florida in 2020. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I see that, CJ. They hold a contest every year in California for that. Yeah, the jumping frog. When South Park parodied that story, I just fell on the floor laughing. If you look at all of the checker stations, you'll notice that some of them have been moved. When you get here, the checkers are set up for the start of the game. And then there's these places here where you can come here, you can sit, you can rock, you can just enjoy yourself right here. Imagineering detail there. I like that. The bridge is a criminal. And get your MRS degree. Yeah, that was a thing. And I get a lot of flack for this, but back in the day, people didn't really marry for love. They married as a business transaction for the most part. For some reason, we used to have long summer vacation for school children, even though they're not working on farms those times. Yeah, it's things have changed. I know I looked forward to the summer because I could read all the books that I wanted to read and never got a chance to. Then I got a job when I could over the summer. There's a haunted mansion over that way. We'll check it over there. Yep, home economics. hmm Hey, Dylan C says, "Hey, Lorena, happy Saturday. Currently speeding through the replay on this stream. I'll be caught up in like 10ish minutes." Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, sipping your sarsaparilla, aka root beer, as I like to call it. This part looks neat. Not sure anybody else in my family would want to be interested next week. This is a very off the beaten path kind of thing. I like to tell people these types of things are good to do when the park is insane and full of people. Not many people are coming over here. Yeah, I did see that there's a train. Yeah, so they're doing refurbishment, testing, all of that stuff, as you can see. There it is right there. It's kind of weird seeing the train run and not hearing people scream. Hey, Jumanjanai! How is the Lord Commander, the Dark Council, doing today? I'm glad to see you here, along with over 40 of you watching. We're having a lovely, lovely stroll and chill over here In Frontierland, more specifically, we are over here in Tom Sawyer Island. I'm going to look around here a little bit before we head back over to go check out the Country Bear Jamboree. Remember, folks, there's gators over here. And how is this for detail, guys? The Bowie Knife Company, Lariat, Texas. You could tell that Walt really respected the classics. Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons, another reason why I loved coming to Disney World, especially over here, because you read books. You read books. I'm looking at there's like a little, I don't think it's an animatronic, but it's a statue sitting over there on the porch. Coming to Disney World, it's like those classics would come alive, like Swiss Family Robinson. You go on the Swiss Family Robinson tree, and it's literally like a recreation of everything that was in the book. So this is Fort Lariat. Back in the day when there were like forts. I think this is the jail. Dang that guy, he snores like my grandpa. Yep, Gene Francis, that was the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. They're doing refurbishment on it. Bowie Knife Company used to be great. They probably make the knives in China now. Escape Tunnel. This is cool. Rifle Roost. There's a blacksmith shop. Let's see. CJ says we still have forts in Quebec City. I don't think I've seen a fort. Okay, well, I think the last fort I saw was out at Fort Washington. That was it. Washboard. I love how they call it the powder room. That's the ladies' room. Right there. It's Montessori's Rex. Pakistan. Doesn't Florida still have a few forts? Yes. Yes, we do. I think there's a remnant of one at Fort Christmas. So we have a few that are still out and still out and around. The ones that didn't get blown up by the British or Spanish. Or Pakistan. Yes, our biggest fort, which, okay, it wasn't built by Americans, but, well, when America got Florida, it became ours. That would be the Castillo de San Marcos in St. Augustine. I haven't seen just one at DeSoto Beach, though. But the Castillo de San Marcos in St. Augustine, that is the fort. It is freaking amazing. It's amazing. There's a Union Fort north of Jacksonville. Oh, okay. And there were talks of rebuilding Fort Dade. That may be a future Welcome to Florida show. Go through all the forts that are in Florida as historical sites. They are really something to check out. This is so cool. The authenticity for this is crazy. If you've ever been to New Orleans, or if you've ever been anywhere on the Mississippi River, this is exactly what it's like. Let's see. San Marcos, which is a castle but built after 1565. Yes, because the original fort that was made of wood got burned by Sir Francis Drake, aka El Drac. Yes. They rolled up onto St. Augustine and burned the original wood Spanish fort. So they built the next one out of coquina stone. So when bullets or anything got shot at the fort, it was like it absorbed it. Like something out of a freaking anime or something like that. So they shot like the bullets and it got lost just like that. Ooh, let me go through here. It says exit. Okay, hopefully I don't lose you guys. Start. And here. No, it's more family history. My family's lived in Florida since 1565.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did I get everybody? Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. Okay. That was freaky, y'all. Dad Man has visited a few of them. Oh, okay. That's right, he has. He sure has. I'll have to tag him for that show. This is amazing. A shame there's no real paddle boat. Hashtag Sir Francis Drake did nothing wrong. We caught the last part of that tunnel talk. Yeah. So some folks were asking if I was blogging, and I was like, yes. I didn't expect for it to be that dark in there. So I knew I was gonna lose. I was gonna lose signal. I didn't know how. I'd never been in there before. This is so cool. This is so cool. Check it out. We had the slideshow version of the tunnel. Sorry about that. Hey, Steel Leg of History. Good to see you. Good to see you. Love Tom Sawyer Island. Yeah. It's so much fun to check out. Yeah, there was no wireless phones. Radios, but no wireless phones or 5G signals. Reminds me of a paintball place I went to. I see the cannons. I haven't seen a cannon since I visited the Castillo de San Marcos. You could see just like how old the cannons were there. Blakey says this is where I'd want to visit if I ever go to Walt Disney World. It is a wonderful off the beaten path to visit, especially again, just to get away from the crowds, just to experience some nature, or my personal favorite, just to see American literature classics brought to life. And Walt and his Imagineers, they did the work to replicate just what life was like on the Mississippi when he was alive. The riverboats and the river were everything. The river was everything. The river was like the highway. The riverboats brought people, brought commerce. If you saw Steamboat Willie, okay, that's another way to show you the importance of riverboats. The closer you were to the river, the more money you had. Even the Spaniards knew it. Spaniards and the French knew it. They were always fighting to try to control the Mississippi River. And during the Revolutionary War, General Bernardo de Galvez, he was sending supplies to the Patriots up the Mississippi River undercover. So one of the main reasons why the Americans were so quick to jump on the offer from Napoleon to that is a long whistle to buy the Louisiana Territory was that America would finally have access to the totality of the Mississippi River. Because New Orleans was not only the port to the north, but New Orleans was also the port to the Caribbean and to South America. A little history lesson here. Hey, Dad, man! I see you there. CJ was just telling me we were having a discussion about all the forts in Florida, and I said I'm going to have to do a Welcome to Florida show about all the forts. And CJ said, yeah, Dad Man's been to a couple. I'm like, that's right. I'll have to have you on that show, so I'll have to check your schedule. Look at all the forts in Florida.
Those are more likely the weather when kind of blows them around.
Okay, so let's get back on over so we can check out the Country Bears Jamboree show. There's a little crooked bridge. That steamboat isn't Mark Twain. No, that steamboat is the Liberty Bell. That is the Liberty Bell steamboat. Liberty Bell because you embark at Liberty Square. That's where you get on. All right. So here we are back where we started. So we're going to get on to. Looks like we're going to have to wait for the next one, but that's okay. Just wait for the next one. Guys, we'll get a great look out here at Frontierland. So over that way is where we got on, I believe. That way. Yeah, that was a long whistle, dude. I forget the meaning of the length of the whistles. Yeah, real Mississippi paddle boat. Oh, yes, Marine Man 3000. I was thinking something else because I hear when I see those, I think riverboat. Yep. It's amazing how little water is required for those steamboats to run, the riverboats to run. But some of them also could blow up too, you know. Later, Keck 44, good to see you. Good to see you. Awesome, awesome, Dad, man. I will be in touch. Senator Almadala, hello, my darling. Good to see you. This is good morning. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to seeing you. We were just over on Tom Sawyer Island, so now we're going to go over to go check out the Country Bears Jamboree as it's after 11 o'clock. For folks who do not know, the Country Bear Jamboree is going to close for refurbishment. Well, not refurbishment. Let's put it this way. They're changing some of the songs, updating some of the songs. So the last day that it will be open to the public before that happens is going to be January 27th. So I'm probably going to wind up. I'm probably going to wind up live streaming that last day too. Oh, Gene Francis, that cruise horn, when you hear it, oh my gosh. When it plays When You Wish Upon a Star, it is the coolest ship horn I've ever heard. Ooh, Crystal Cave? I remember Crystal Cave. Used to visit Crystal Cave all the time on school trips. I did not know there were disaster videos for that. Seriously? Wow, I didn't know. I had no idea. The scenery, both natural and artificial, beautiful. See, it's like they mix the two. It's like you wouldn't be able to pick them out. But that's what true Imagineering is. Imagineering is art and engineering.
Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the raft. Hang on to those handrails. And I don't think we have any, but I got to.
I have Fort Siler up here in the Bronx. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, and please like that smash button. So enjoy hanging out here with you guys for the Stroll and Chill live stream. We kind of get out here, check out the parks, and try some off the beaten path stuff. The stuff that, as a theme park commando, you don't really go out of your way to do because it's really not on the schedule. Fort Clinch is the Union Fort I mentioned north of Jacksonville at Bernardino Beach. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Dylan C says, you know that fact there are at least 2 optional steamboats at Disney Parks locations, and none of them recreated Steamboat Willie for the 100th. It's an IP/brand sin. Absolutely. Absolutely. That, I'll start having a fit anymore. I talk about that anymore. Yes, Goof Star 35. I believe that they are. Good morning, Charles Bradley. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. And yes, we're heading over to the Country Bears Jamboree. A little heads up about the show. If you are watching this on the replay and it seems like there are parts missing, that is because they were copyright claimed and I needed to clip them out. Thank you, Sherman Brothers. However, if you are a channel member, probably within the next week or so, you will have access to a video with the full show. Is it true that Frontierland will be rethemed? I don't think it will be rethemed by name. There's Tiana's Boat Ride Salt Mine Adventure that they're putting up. There is a rumor that Pecos Bills will become Tiana's Place. That's just a rumor. But I will keep you all posted. We will see what happens. Thank you. We will see what happens with that. Fort Jefferson, aka Dry Tortugas National Park, is an island that's in the Caribbean blue waters. Ooh, nice. I'll have to skip Universal to do that. But Lorena has visited the Crystal Maze. I did? Which Crystal Maze? Okay, is it me? Those are some really... I mean, here's one thing. When you are coming to the parks, especially if you're coming to the parks after the Christmas holidays, do check the refurbishment schedule. Because you do not want to get here and be upset that an attraction that you wanted to experience is down for refurbishment. One of the biggest pieces of intelligence you can use when planning your Disney trip is reviewing the Disney calendar for Disney World. Park hours, refurbishments, show times, parade times, all those kinds of things, fireworks times. Are we going past the Indian encampment? Not on Tom Sawyer Island. You have to ride the riverboat to see the Indian encampment. Two ways you can see it. One is on the riverboat, and the other is on the railroad. Art engineering. Well, Imagineering is a combination of art and engineering. But Walt called it Imagineering, and I love the name. Because there are a lot of things that technically look great, but artistic-wise look like ass. So it's like art and science. And there used to be that balance, but not anymore. And that was always the beauty of Imagineering. I know when the Imagineering is on point, when even though I'm an engineer and I can figure out how it works, I don't want to know why, because I don't want the magic spoiled. The current Imagineers are barely putting in half the effort the older Imagineers did. And we're actually going to talk about that on Wednesday's show, Goofar 35. We are literally going to break down a video that was done by one of the Imagineers going on the research trip to New Orleans. We're actually going to break that down and show you why. Why the new ones don't nearly do as much of the effort, as others do. So here we are in the Country Bears Jamboree. The shows move really, really fast. This is what Culture and I like to call a people eater attraction. It can seat a bunch of people, can move through a bunch of folks. But when you're in here, take some time to look at the artwork that's around. There's Big Al over there. You can see his picture. All the Country Bears pictures are up here. When you're so busy kind of going from attraction to attraction to attraction, sometimes you don't take time. Ooh, I felt a nice heat vent there. You don't usually take the time to look at like all the cool art that's around. So all the art that's there of all the characters, you will actually see in the show. I come in here and for some reason it reminds me of Dollywood. Let me see. Let you guys see me for a little bit since we've been talking. So yes, so like I said, the 27th is the last day that you can experience the Country Bear Jamboree show, as it is known and loved. After the 27th, they are going to be updating the attraction. They are going to be putting in, let's see, they say that the songs are updated. That's what they're saying, which worries me for several reasons. This show is hokey for a reason. It's time in a bottle for a reason. Something tells me they're going to redo Please Don't Whip Little Buford. They're probably going to update Blood on the Saddle. Probably definitely going to change that one song with the Johnny Cash kind of bear, where he does the song talking about how not attractive his wife is, but that she's a good cook and that she truly loves him, and that's just what matters to him the most. So something tells me that's problematic, and they're going to get rid of that one too. Let's see. Hey, Gail Gatling, how you doing? Says hi, everyone. Hello, and good to see you here. JG, hello. Says hey there. Looks like you're near Thunder Mountain. Well, I was. We were over on Tom Sawyer Island. Big Thunder Mountain is down for refurbishment this week, but we got to see some train testing going on over in Tom Sawyer Island. So that was a cool perspective to check out. Thank you so much, HC, for putting those emojis out there. It says join the channel. Yes. Memberships start at $1.99, and you guys get all kinds of extras. Just kind of extras that I drop to you guys, especially Movie Club. And I think the movie this month for Movie Club, well, this month's almost over. I think we're going to watch Tron, the original Tron, for Movie Club. The Crystal Maze was a game show where contestants were packed in rooms and solving puzzles. Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds like a cool game. That sounds cool. Hey, Tina Guzman says, I've been lurking and watching on my TV. Well, awesome. Yeah, Walt was amazing. He was amazing. Just like with his parts, just with the care that he took with building the attractions. I don't want to say arguments or fights, but what would happen with his brother Roy, where Walt would come up with these ideas and Roy's like, okay, so how are you going to pay for it? And Walt's like, I don't know, that's your job to do it. But it was about the experience and about the magic. And yeah, why some of us were such real Disney about this stuff, and why Disney is a higher standard. So a lot of us really give Disney a lot of heat because they're not holding themselves to the own standard that they set. So that's what that is. What's the temperature there today? Let's see, it was 55 when I got here this morning. So let's see. Should have worn my watch. Let's see, it is, what is it outside? So it says it's about 56, but it feels more like 60. So it's getting over there. True balance you were describing. There's this book, and I forget who wrote it, but it was the unauthorized biography of Walt Disney. And I'm glad they wrote it because they really showed the balance and like the struggles and just the art and the vision that Walt wanted to put forth. And Roy kind of like, how are we going to pay for this? But he understood Walt's vision. So, a lot of people don't talk about that. It's that kind of balance, like I said, that Nelson Peltz is trying to get back. JG, yes, it is still running. We're actually going to go in and watch the Country Bear show as the last part of the stream for today. It is, like I said earlier, it is going to be closing the 27th because they're updating the songs. I'm concerned about again. They're going to be updating the songs and all of that. So I'm going to see if we can come see the show again on the quote unquote last day. She was talking about Echo. Do you know Echo did so bad in the ratings? If you go to Samba TV, The Brothers Soon on Netflix beat out Echo. I think Echo was like 9th, but honestly, The Brothers Soon was way better than Echo. So I want to know, and I'll find out later, I guess.
Howdy, folks.
Okay, here we go.
I said howdy, folks. Howdy! Guys, you are likely welcome to Brisbane, home of the world famous Country Road Jamboree.
That's
These
right.
doors here for now will be opening in less than
World
1 minute.
famous.
Before we do a couple reminders for y'all. Number one, let's make sure there's no eating or treats in there inside our theater.
When we're in here,
those bears can get
pay attention to how
number
people
two,
react
see those first two rows
to
right
the
here for
songs. Check it out. It's like it's full in here.
And last but not
Everybody
least,
loves this show.
Keep all of our paws behind this yellow line of the ground, so those doors will open in about 1 minute.
Yes. All the guys that turn me on, turn me down. JG, I did not get my Dole Whip yet. I did not get that. I was going to get one today, but it's kind of chilly, so I think I'm just going to go grab a coffee instead at the Transportation and Ticket Center. Thank you so much, my dear. I am very I'm not hopeful for the songs. I mean, when's the last time Disney actually created any original songs that were good? I really can't. The thing about the Country Bears Jamboree is how many of these songs are based on country classics. That's part of the appeal. So let's see. I like kind of sitting in the back so I don't really bug people. We're gonna go over here by the Buffalo Wild Wings. There isn't a bad spot in the theater, but when I am vlogging, I don't like to get in people's way. So I kind of like to go over here on the side. Plus, these, for those who don't know, these are animatronics up here. So you'll actually get to see them kind of talk, and you'll see them move throughout their performance. So it's not like they only move once. They move and react throughout the whole entire thing. Yeah, modern audience. Yeah, Charles Ratliff. A modern audience. Be afraid, be very afraid. Exactly. I could see if they were just refurbishing the attraction, which it does kind of need. But the songs, come on now. Yep, Tron. So be on the lookout. I'm going to schedule that so we can have the watch party. So for Movie Club, for those of you who don't know, if you're a member, we all watch the movie together on the screen via a StreamYard webinar. So what happens is I set up the webinar and I put a post in the community tab for members, and you go through that StreamYard webinar link to watch the film with all of us. Yeah, Jonah Hex, I saw that. I was so sad. So sad.
Howdy, partners, and welcome to Grizzly Hall, home of the world famous Canterbury Jamboree. Our show is about to begin. Just a few things before it does. We ask that you please refrain from flash photography and external video lighting, as it does make those around you unbearable, and we don't need things getting grisly in here. We also ask that you store all food and beverage items until the end of the show. Our bears are already stuffed, so there's no need to tempt them further. Last but not least, the bears will be requiring just the bare minimum of audience participation. So make sure you are singing along, yee those haws, and put your paws together for the one and only Country Jamboree.
That's right. Woo! Patty, you might see it on the way out.
Yeah, we ain't going anywhere anyhow. We're glad to hug up here. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the one and only Huffington Jamboree. Featuring and now, a heart-rendering ditty by our old growler song.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Time to gather up those bare necessities and their right to exit.
I love that show. It's so flippin' much. Here's Pecos Bills. The flour fajitas are awesome. I had those in there before. All right, folks. What we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a spot for the parade. I believe the parade's at 12. At least I think it is. Let me check the schedule. I think it's 12 o'clock. It does not look like the cavalcade is running today. Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair. Okay, Festival of Fantasy Parade isn't until 3 o'clock, so we're gonna miss that one, unfortunately, today. But that's all right. That's all right. I'll talk to you guys while I'm out here in front of Tiana's boat ride. Rainforest Boat Ride Salt Mine Adventure. So, if folks are like, you haven't been there, you haven't been there, yeah, been here, see, there I am, see, there you go, you flip it. Here I am. I hope what you guys noticed when we were in there with the Country Girl Jamboree, just how excited people were, how they were clapping along, how they were laughing. How when they knew when Big Al was about to sing Blood on the Saddle, they were just like, oh, we're so hyped for that to happen. Laughing at Please Don't Whip Little Buford. It is the cheesiest, tackiest show, but it is so much fun. and such a crowd pleaser. So it's just like, why are you going to mess with the show? Why are you going to mess with the song? You know what I mean? Just, I saw a Disney cast member. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Disney cast crew member Monique. How is Frontierland going? Well, we had a good morning walking around. We actually took the ferry boat over into the park and then took the ferry over Tom Sawyer Island. So we got to walk around Tom Sawyer Island a little bit. I went through a cave I forgot was there. So we were just exploring over there, enjoying it, just having a great time, checking that out. It's kind of off the beaten path. Most people are trying to hit, when it was here, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion. Not many folks were thinking about going over to Tom Sawyer Island, so we enjoyed looking at that. Also, over here at the Country Bears Jamboree, like I said, it's going down for refurbishment on the 27th of this month. Well, no, the 28th. Because the 27th is the last day, but you can see it before they update it with the songs updated for modern audiences. I really don't know how well that show is going to go over, considering, and you guys saw it, how people love that show. In all its hokey, tacky, just flipping fun. It's a great show. Mama Saurus Rex, I was excited, and I'm just at home. Yes, the Jamboree is iconic. If you've ever seen a Goofy movie, they parody that. I think it's the Possum Jamboree. They parody that. In pop culture, the Country Bears Jamboree is just parodied so much. Thank you, and yes, the people seem so engaged with the show. Yes, Taylor. That show, it's like you don't have to do hardly any work to get people engaged. People just start clapping, laughing, and just have it the way it is. Leave it as it is so kids can experience what previous generations enjoyed. Yes. I would like for them to do a Christmas overlay, and they used to years back, of the Country Bear Jamboree. It's just wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. Yes. I missed the turkey legs in Frontierland. There was just something about Frontierland that was just fun to check out. You know, the old West. The old West. I am keeping my eye on what's going on with Frontierland. The rumor is that, like I said, Pecos Bills may go away for Tiana's Restaurant. Across from the boat yacht, boat ride here. Although geographically, it will probably fit well because you have Pirates of the Caribbean. New Orleans is in the Gulf of Mexico that flows into the Caribbean. But hey, we're talking about modern day Imagineering, which the same people who think instead of magnolia flowers from the bayou, they're putting the same flowers from the Tafiti statue over in the Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. The Imagineers did not understand the assignment. Let's put it that way. Goofar35 says, out of all the Disney parks, Frontierland is likely the most chill place to be, that or the Animal Kingdom. I will say the Animal Kingdom has the best Imagineering. I mean, they did. The last one that Joe Road was involved with. The Disney Magic, honestly, is the biggest. I mean, it's still here because it's the Magic Kingdom, but you experience it in droves over at the Animal Kingdom. It is unlike anything else, and I love it. I love singing along with those tunes. Yeah, I do too. I do too. They are so fun. So fun. So Disney World, I'm thinking, likes to make great expansions around each land. Was that right? It seems to be from what I'm seeing, but with the expansions, it seems like they're doing it just to do it. Like the Fantasyland expansion, I'm hardly ever in the expansion section at all. Just, it doesn't have the same magic that the rest of Fantasyland has. So I wish they would stop doing that. There's a rumor they're going to do an expansion in Fantasyland themed towards Encanto, but we'll see what happens with that. Okay, guys, well, I have got to wrap up the stream here because I've got some videoing that I've got to do and some other stuff to do the rest of the day. But I'm so glad that you guys were here to hang out with me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of the chats, all the super chats, all the gifted memberships. You guys are absolutely, absolutely amazing. Stay tuned to find out exactly where I'm going to be streaming from next Saturday. Also at, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, Welcome to Florida show. We're going to be talking about weird facts about Florida, so you don't want to miss that. And on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, my new show, The Spice Lounge, hot takes, spicy conversation about lots of pop culture topics, but lately, hey, it's been about Dismal Disney. So we're going to be talking Nelson Peltz versus Bob Iger and that whole Mortal Kombat situation that's going on. So please don't miss that. You guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.